Paul Pogba today went off injured. Now that was not what we wanted to see, was Paul Pogba going off injured. And he went off injured with what seemed to be a hamstring strain. I don't know the full effect of it, but it's unlikely he'll play on the weekend. And these people that have been saying Pogba's been awful, he needs to stop playing, we need to rest him, you guys have got your wish now. And we'll see just how much we need Paul Pogba and how good. Yes, he hasn't been his best. He hasn't been great this season. But it'll show just exactly what he has done for this team this season so far when we do not have him on the weekend at Middlesbrough. No Ander Herrera, no Zlatan Ibrahimovic that day either. Zlatan Ibrahimovic didn't have the greatest of games today, but he will get an assist for that Juan Mata goal, that back flick. Did he mean it? Was that a shot? Was it a pass? I'm not too sure. But look, it ended up at Mata's feet and Mata put it in the net and it's 1-0 to Manchester United. Romero with an absolutely world-class save as well to keep it 1-0 United, because 1-1 will go into extra time. 3-word review from G Singh is fatigue and injuries. And that kind of sums it all up, doesn't it? We had a lot of fatigue on show today, a couple of injuries which are really worrying, with us having 2 days in between now and Sunday to rest up and get these players ready. That is really worrying. But today we got the job done. We move on now. We've got Middlesbrough next, and we do need to win that game. But we're now into the last day of the Europa League, and this is the only cup competition we can go for now. So, guys, get your comments in below. What did you make of today's performance? I'm going to bring Abdullah in a second, and we're going to answer some of your questions. We've got fan cams coming your way from Andy Tate, Paulie Malagnaghi, Stephen Howson, and loads of other Reds as well. Abdullah, you didn't do a fan cam today, so come in. Let's answer some questions. What did you make of the performance? I gave my man of the match to Juan Mata. Do you agree?
Yeah, Mata was decent. I think he was our only proper threat other than Mkhitaryan. Thought Zlatan didn't take it too seriously a lot of the time. He got down the line, I think, at the last chance where he could have cut it back and he didn't pass it. And I'm not really happy with Zlatan lately. And, you know, I understand he won us the cup and all of that, but he's really, really got to do better a lot of the time. And today he didn't take a couple of his chances that he got. So, yeah, it's overall a frustrating game. Jones playing left wing back, I don't understand that. At least put Rojo there. I'm not really liking this formation against teams like...
Why do you think we're playing this?
I think it's to be, for example, like today, I think what Mourinho did was just get the job done, and it's that type of formation. Like against Chelsea, it would have worked, but in some games it doesn't work. And yeah, go on. Let's hope from Barrow he changes it back, because Herrera and Pogba aren't playing. Well, obviously, with Pogba.
What would you play against those guys? Against Middlesbrough?
Personally, I don't like seeing Fellaini, but you might have to put him there for that game. I'd put Fellaini, or even Carrick with Mkhitaryan next to him, or Mata Mkhitaryan next to him. But you're going to have to be forced to play Fellaini, and personally, I don't obviously like watching him. But today was decent as well, Fellaini, to be fair.
Rainbow flicks, brings it down on his chest. Bossing it today.
Zidane style football. And
isn't he the player with the £89 million price tag?
Yeah.
I'm taking the piss, guys. You like don't get started. We've had a few different man of the match. Louis said Louis said Valencia. Lewis said Jones. Random. Romero's performance today. Now, there's been rumours De Gea's going to leave. Has he got what it takes to be our number one?
No. I think Romero's good. I think he's a good backup. But a lot of the time, like Blackburn away, he has that mistake in him, and he can't risk that. For me, you're looking at someone like Donnarumma. We bought in...
we wish.
He's unbelievable, but he looks like a Milan boy through and through. I watched him against Juventus the other day. He was just doing things that just humans can't do. He was like
players that aren't going to move. Isn't his agent like Raiola or Mendes? Players that don't plan on making transfers do not get that as an agent.
Yeah, exactly. So Raiola's probably going to force a deal free. I think Milan are looking unsettled now, and it's the time to snatch someone like that off of their hands if De Gea does leave. And obviously you're looking at Lukaku as well and so on, because looking at Zlatan's conversion rate, I just don't think it's good enough, because when you compare it to Lukaku, Higuain, all the top strikers, Lewandowski, Zlatan's conversion rate is very, very low. You got players like Andre Gray and Defoe doing better, and if they had the chances that he was getting in games like Burnley, they would have probably put them away. But to be fair to him, he has won us some games, and that's what we expect from him. Get us 20 to 30 goals, and that's...
Is it maybe that... Does this not show the... I know we play him as the only striker, but does it not show the reliance on him that when he doesn't score, we rarely score?
We shouldn't have relied on him. I said at the start of the season, we're bringing him to get from 20 to about 25 goals to 30 goals, and...
Keep going.
Yeah, 25 goals to 30 goals, and maybe we should have brought in someone like Lukaku as well as a backup, or played Rashford more, because when Rashford played up front, he usually actually scores in the cup games. So we should have had that them other options in these games.
People saying you're as
I love him for doing that, but I think a lot of the time we can't just always rest on his shoulder. That's my point. I don't hate him. I think he does really well for us, but a lot of the time you need another big striker.
A lot of people don't see that, and I think it's a lot of people will only see you criticizing him, but they will never see you praising him because they don't. Their ears perk up as soon as you start to criticize.
I think it's the first time I've actually like criticized him even slightly. I'm not personally just criticizing him. I'm criticizing the fact Mourinho didn't bring in that extra option or played Rashford a bit more to get everyone off his shoulder. And like in the Blackburn game when he kept him on the bench, Rashford come through, he scored, and then Zlatan come on and he scored a goal as well. And we should have evened it out a bit, I think, Mourinho.
Cheers, Abdullah. It's been one of those days at Old Trafford today, which has been like, I don't think anyone's really wanted to be here. I think it's been really cold. No one definitely wanted it to go to extra time. And now it's just kind of like, yes, we're through. We know we can perform better. No one cares about tonight. Let's move on, onwards and hopefully upwards now. Guys, thank you for joining us here today. Apologies about the disconnection and all that. The network has been poor and let us down a little bit here. But we will keep plugging away, and those fan cams will be with you very soon. Guys, I've been Adam McKola. This has been Full Time Devils. Matvia.